And he's a security consultant. And talking about rule of law, the High Court in Tamale has issued an injunction against Dr. Mahama Kabiru, barring him from presenting himself as the elected parliamentary candidate of the New Patriotic Party for the Walewale constituency in the Northeast region. This decision, handed down on Monday, June 24, 2024, by Justice Richard Kujapau, comes in response to a challenge to the election results by the sitting member of parliament, Hajia Lariba Zururatu.
Earlier this year in January, Dr. Kabiru, a 35-year-old special advisor to the vice president, edged out Hajia Lariba in a closely fought primary. The election, which took place under stringent security measures and was attended by regional and constituency executives, resulted in a victory for Dr. Kabiru with 345 votes compared to Hajia Lariba's 338 votes. Hajia Lariba promptly disputed the election results and lodged an ex parte motion at the Tamale High Court accusing the party, Dr. Kabiru, and the Electoral Commission of electoral irregularities and misconduct. She requested an injunction to stop Dr. Kabiru from declaring himself the victor, a request that has now been granted. In the primary, two other candidates, Tahiru Sham Una and Jandu Mahama, received 145 and 1 vote, respectively. Initially, the MPP, as a third defendant, sought to have the case dismissed, alleging that Hajia Lariba had breached the party's constitution by not utilizing internal conflict resolution mechanisms before resorting to the court. Prior to this ruling, MPP supporters in the Walewale constituency held a press conference calling for the intervention of the party's presidential candidate, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, to settle the dispute. They cautioned that if the issue is not resolved swiftly, it could potentially harm the party's prospects in the forthcoming general elections. Meanwhile, the High Court in March granted pleas by the MPP to settle the dispute out of court.
So we're joined on the phone lines by Northern Regional Correspondent Alhassan Dibaba. For more, Alhassan, thank you. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Annie.
All right. So this is, a ruling from the courts. It must have affected the MPP. What can you tell us?
Well, thank you so much, and good afternoon to our viewers. Yes, the ruling by the Tamale High Court that happened yesterday is affecting the party in the Northeast region, or especially in Walewale constituency. As we speak, people are preparing to go on demonstration in the area. They haven't given us the date yet, but the information we picked is that supporters of Dr. Kabiru are preparing to demonstrate in the Walewale constituency because, according to them, what the High Court did or what the leadership of the NPP are not doing is going to affect the party in the constituency. And the issue is that Hajia Lariba is alleging that dead people or delegates who died before the elections ended up voting on that very day, making it very unconstitutional. And for that matter, she is asking that the election should be annulled. But the issue is also that many of the supporters in the Northeast region, or especially in Walewale, are not happy for what is happening because, according to them, the seat is not already a reliable seat for the NPP. For that matter, a little fight between them is going to tilt the seat towards the NDC, which was already holding the seat years before the NPP was able to take it in 2016 and in the 2020 elections. So the issues within the Walewale constituency is going to affect the NPP if not managed very well. And we could also clearly see that people are taking entrenched positions in this situation because some few weeks ago, as one supporter of Hajia Lariba was mercilessly beaten in a radio station by the Regional Council of Elders chairman's son, because according to the person, after the Regional Council of Elders chairman, blamed the vice president for not doing well to settle the issue, the supporter of Hajia Lariba went on radio and was saying what the Council of Elders chairman said was wrong, and that angered his first son, who went into the radio station and beat the man mercilessly. We also spoke to some NDC supporters and leadership of NDC in the Waliwali constituency, and they are saying that they don't want to be part of this issue. It is an NPP thing, and they are leaving their fight to them. They should rather, or they should only prepare to meet them on December 7th in the Waliwali constituency for the election to be taken on successfully. But they don't want to be part of this whole fight or this whole disagreement in the Waliwali constituency. I also tried speaking to the regional chairman of the party in the Northeast region, but I was not able to get to speak to him because he said he will get back to me, but he hasn't done that yet. So the situation in the Waliwali constituency is very dicey and very fragile, and if not handled very well, it is going to affect the NPP in the area, because most of the elderly people in the area, or opinion leaders, majority of them are in support of the MP, the incumbent MP, but many of the young people are in support of Dr. Kabiru, who was elected, and an injunction has been put on him not to hold himself as candidate-elect for the party in the area.
Alassane, I'm grateful for the detailed reports there, painting the picture of a sharp divide in the Waliwali constituency, where we have the aged as against the youth, or most of the youth supporting Dr. Kabiru. The production team is trying to raise either of these leaders on the phone lines. That's when we're successful, we'll speak to them on this development.